what learners can do and how
The National Council for Higher Education has commenced the assessment of more than 700 programs that institutions have realigned to competency-based education and training. But now, the Council is asking a critical question. Do the programs being offered have the lecturers, equipment, facilities, and practical training needed to deliver quality graduates?
The Council will look into the assessment. The inspections may have taken place already. So a few of them are in the process of being validated for charter. But when it comes to program accreditation, all programs must be good quality, regardless of whether the university is chartered or not. So it's not that when it's in a provisional licensed university, then it's not a good quality. No, not at all. So at the time of assessing programs, there's no room for doubt.
We are not expecting universities to give similar programs, but we're expecting universities to give quality programs. And that would require that the number of students, the number of lecturers, the number of equipment, the size of classes and lecture halls will be in proportion with what will be done.
The review comes ahead of the planned shift to competency-based education and training, with National Council for Higher Education saying programs must move beyond simply changing terminology to demonstrate how students will actually acquire practical skills.
One of the components of the responsibilities of National Council is to monitor the implementation of the curriculum. So even after we have given you an accreditation green light, we must continue monitoring to see if the resources have not really dropped.
This means examining the curriculum, teaching methods, assessment, practical training, and work-integrated learning. The Council says universities will not necessarily be required to offer identical programs, but each program must have resources that match the number of students it admits.
Judging from the resource we have got, in terms of the number of programs we have received, I think there is a good and high probability and chances that the institution will comply.
For professional programs such as medicine, pharmacy and engineering, the assessment will also involve checking whether the required training, environment and equipment are available. And the scrutiny will not end when accreditation is granted.
The whole landscape of facilitation is now changing. It's not the previous lecturer. The facilitators are now many, including the technicians, all the people who are assembled alongside the work of the student are now counted. And that's the reason why you have a concept of notional hours. It recognizes that teaching and learning does not just take place within the square, the perimeters of the classroom and all that. It takes place everywhere.
These changes are what we are preparing for, to ensure that they are done very smoothly and there is no adverse effect in terms of the university running and also offering an award.
The Council currently has about 4,000 programs in its database, meaning the 700 now being assessed represent a significant part of the workload. The current assessment is expected to result in recommendations for programs that are ready for re-accreditation and those that must make improvements before they can be approved.
So National Council also determines minimum standards in terms of access beyond what we have been saying to principal passes, subsidy, and that now is going to change. Once UNEB comes out with a new grading system, we shall review, we shall reconnect and review the admission requirements and represent what is now being put out at that level.
The National Council for Higher Education says the ultimate goal is to ensure that Uganda's higher education system produces graduates with competencies relevant to the labor market, professional practice, and national development. Walter Mwesije, NTV.